Hello, hello, my friends. We are continuing this week with some dedicated candle reviews, and today we are going to be talking about Kringle Candles Gardenia. Now, before I get into the meat of this video, I do want to be upfront and let you guys know that Kringle Candle did send this candle to me in PR approximately a month and a half ago. It's taken me a little while to get around to burning it, but if you've been with me for any length of time, you guys know that my opinions are genuinely my own. I'm always very honest in the reviews that I'm giving. And also, you guys, I'm going to pull back the curtain just a little bit more. Truthfully, I find myself being a little bit more critical of the candles that are sent to me in PR, more so than the ones that I purchase myself, because I feel like there's like an extra layer of responsibility there because I did not pay for the candles. So yeah, just giving you guys a little bit of that insight. But this is part of their, what is it? There were 12 fragrances that were released for their spring and summer 2024 lineup. I was really thrilled that they sent me this candle in the 3-wick format because Kringle's 3-wick 100% soy format is probably my favorite of all of the vessels. They have these painted jars that you're seeing right here in front of me. And personally, as somebody who has such a huge collection, while I feel like you get a whole lot of bang for your buck in terms of the amount of wax that you get in the large 2-wick tumblers, I find that it's a little bit easier for me to actually burn through fragrances when I get these smaller formats. And I'm somebody who likes that feeling of accomplishment, especially if you've been keeping up with my candle collection series, that I've just been trying to be intentional about using up the things that I have. So that's enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into the fragrance notes of this candle. So the top notes listed are white floral gardenia, mid notes of jasmine and green, and base notes of musk and sweet. All right, so this is a candle that honestly is a repackage of, I believe it was in 2022. They had a botanicals collection. It was quite a few florals that they released, and one of the fragrances listed in there was gardenia. If you already have that one in your collection, this is the same fragrance. So if you love that one, maybe you're excited to see that it's made a return. But also, if you're trying to watch your coins these days, you probably don't need this one too if you already have it. That being said, I have always described myself as somebody who does not particularly love florals. It's not always a fragrance that I gravitate towards in my home fragrance, I would say. However, I have learned that as I get a little bit older and as the seasons change and as I kind of expand my palette, I have been pleasantly surprised by how many floral fragrances I have been enjoying this spring. Now, to me personally, Gardenia is a fragrance that makes me think of more summertime than spring. If you've been with me for a while, you guys know that probably the most nostalgic floral fragrance for me in the springtime is lilac. But fun fact, my mother also loved gardenias, and my grandpa had gardenias growing in his garden growing up. And so this too also is a nostalgic fragrance for me. Definitely what I smell in this candle is a nice, soft, white floral fragrance. I do get gardenia, but I do also get a hint of jasmine in the background. Maybe almost like, I wouldn't even say a hint. I feel like they're really well balanced out, to be honest with you. I personally really love it. Now, we're seeing these other notes listed here, or other accords, as green, musk, sweet. To me, you guys, this fragrance isn't overly musky. I know sometimes when you mix white florals with a musk fragrance, a lot of people will tend to think, quote unquote, old lady perfume, but that is not what I am getting here. Yes, there's a slight amount of perfuminess in the background, but this is not overwhelmingly headache inducing type of white floral perfume. This is done really, really well. Again, you guys, you know that I am not your typical floral fragrance lover in the past, but I am really enjoying this fragrance. Now, if you happen to have caught my vanilla coconut surf from Bath and Body Works review a little bit earlier this week, then you guys will know that I really enjoy pairing this candle with that one. I feel like the blend of gardenia, jasmine, and coconut is just such a summertime staple for me in my mindset that I have really been enjoying burning them together. This also pairs really nicely with the new Kringle fragrance Coral. They're very different fragrances, but again, they complement one another well. So if you're like me and you'd like to burn more than one fragrance at the same time to give your home like all over fragrance, that's another combination that I would suggest for you. So let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. Now you can see that I'm about halfway through the burn. This candle has been lit for approximately 4 hours. So we've got a nice deep wax pool here. I'm going to go ahead and lift up the camera so you can see the wicks. They're performing pretty well for me. They are a little bit slower burning, I would say, than some of the wicks that I've had, say, some of the new country formatted wicks start out really hot. I'm trying to think of other fragrances, like the Easter collection candles. Those wicks burned pretty hot. But these, I would say, they're not puny, but they're not overly hot burning wicks either. You can see that the wax is still that 100% soy formula. So it's such a clean burning formula, which honestly, I know a lot of people, that's not a big deal to them. But for me personally, how cleanly a candle burns is important for me, because you've seen in the footage that I've included when I show you guys what my living room looks like, that there is some soot on the walls, and that has come from burning paraffin blend candles in the past. So I do pay attention to how clean a candle is burning. Also, not only that, like what's going on with the cleanliness of my home, but personally, I can't help but thinking that if a candle is burning that dirty and leaving that much residue along the vessel, what is getting into my lungs? Personally, I don't know. I'm kind of weird like that. Anyways, it's burning really cleanly for me. Strength and throw on this candle, I'm going to give it a solid 7, without a hurricane. Now, when I place it on the rack in my living room, that quilt rack along the wall, most candles do project pretty well from that point. For whatever reason, it's kind of like a little fragrance vortex in my living room. I always give these dimensions, so I'm sorry if it's repetitive, but I get new viewers and not everybody knows. So my home is a single story, 1,800 square foot home. It's approximately 20 years old. High ceilings in the living room, like 20-foot high ceilings in the living room, opens up to the kitchen. I have 9-foot high ceilings in the bedrooms, which are more closed concept. I do move my candle around quite a few times before kind of settling on the performance number in my mind. Sometimes I burn them in hurricanes and also outside of hurricanes. So I would say that this candle, if I put it into a hurricane, it does oomph it up a little bit to about an 8.5, I would say, in terms of strength and throw. And personally, you guys, I think that's the strongest that I would want this candle to be, because like I said, too strong of a white floral with a little bit of that musk in the background is going to give you like headache inducing, somebody put on too much perfume type of vibes. So overall, you guys, I would give this candle 2 thumbs up. It's performing well for me. I'm really, really liking it, like I said, with those other fragrances that I mentioned. This candle has not, I don't think this candle's gone on sale yet. I think maybe Kringle was running that like $5 off, and I'm not sure if this one was included in it. I do have a discount code with Kringle. It is Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your order over at Kringle. You can always try putting it in with the candles that are on sale, but just be aware that sometimes it does not combine with sale items. But I always say, if you're comfortable using affiliate codes, yes, it is an affiliate code where I am eligible to earn a commission on it. If you're comfortable using those, I always say try it. If it doesn't work, just take whatever price will save you the most money. I will tell you that every day that ends in Y. That's what I do for myself too. So very excited though that this candle has made a return in this format, because I did purchase it a couple of years ago and I ended up gifting that to a good friend. But I did like it, and so I was glad to see it kind of come into the more quote unquote permanent lineup. Also wanted to let you guys know, I know most of you guys are aware, but Kringle did restock a lot of their reserve candles last Thursday, April 4th, along with a new spring launch that they are like late spring, I would say, reserve line launch. So if you've had your eye on some of those candles, my discount code does apply to those. But yeah, this one definitely gets 2 thumbs up from me. Will I repurchase it again this summer? Probably not, just because I have so many fragrances in my collection. But this is one that I will definitely thoroughly enjoy all the way down. So thumbs up if you found this video helpful. It helps me out, helps you out. If you are new to my channel and have not hit that subscribe button, which by the way, a lot of my analytics tell me that about 40% of you guys are not subscribed to my channel. Subscribing to a channel doesn't cost you anything, and it makes it a lot easier for you to find new videos from some of your favorite people who create them here on YouTube. So if you like this video and you like the content that I am providing, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.